Today our top story is about the Israeli elections. Benjamin Netanyahu is set to return as Prime Minister of Israel. His party, Likud, won over 1 million votes. Now, if he returns to power, he's supposed to helm the most right-wing government in Israel's history. He would have to ally with the far-right politician Itamar Ben-Gvir. Now, this is not good news for Palestinians. We bring you all the details in this report. Benjamin Netanyahu is set to become Israel's prime minister once again. His Likud party is the largest in Israel's parliament, the Knesset. His right-wing coalition is expected to finally get 64 seats. 61 seats are required to form the government. As the votes were being tallied, Netanyahu said this.
Today we have won a huge vote of confidence.
The results will be finalized by next week. President Isaac Herzog is expected to hear recommendations for the Prime Minister's post after the final results are in. But it isn't just Netanyahu's victory. Netanyahu is expected to lead the most right-wing government in Israel's history. His allies would be the Orthodox Shas Party, the United Torah Judaism Party, and the far-right Religious Zionism Bloc. Of these, the Religious Zionism Bloc will be the strongest after Likud. One of its most firebrand leaders is Itamar Ben-Gvir. In 2007, Ben-Gvir was convicted for racist incitement against Arabs. He has spoken about annexing the West Bank. He has called for the deportation of what he called disloyal citizens.
The public wants an absolute separation between those loyal to the state of Israel, and we have no problem with them, and those who undermine our dear country.
Ben-Gvir is expected to demand the public security ministry. During his campaign, he said he would push for immunity for security officials. He also promised to ease Israel Defense Forces' live fire directives. His rise and the rise of the far right has Palestinians worried for their future.
This election is as we expected. The parties that are more right-winged and more extreme are the ones winning in this election. Therefore, we understand that the right wing is more extreme and is the one leading. Their policies eliminate any political potential, and that will lead to more escalation of aggression and crimes against Palestinian people.
Hamas also lamented the rise of Israel's right wing. The group called for Palestinian unity going forward.
The results of the Israeli elections confirm the increasing presence of the extreme right wing in the Zionist scene. This is an indicator that we are confronting an escalation of aggression against our people and our sanctities by any future government. The Knesset has become more right-winged, more extreme and more racist. This will affect the whole region.
Incumbent Prime Minister Yair Lapid's party is the second largest in the Knesset. He is expected to take over as leader of the opposition. But it is unlikely that he will be able to oust Netanyahu from power like he did in 2021. Lapid differed from Netanyahu on some issues. We'll start with Ukraine.
The head of Islamic Jihad.
Lapid said he would not send Kiev missiles. Netanyahu has said he will look into it. Netanyahu also expects that he may be called to act as mediator between Russia and Ukraine. Now, what about issues closer to home? Israel recently concluded a historic maritime deal with Lebanon, a deal that Netanyahu panned. He called it against Israel's interests. he may drop the border agreement. However, Lebanon has said that it is not likely. Since the US brokered the deal, Lebanon is confident it will stay in place. Then there's Iran. Netanyahu has always considered it an enemy state, and that's one view he and Lapid do not diverge on. And what about Palestinians? Will Lapid's declaration of support for the two-state solution be forgotten? Probably. Netanyahu has himself, on occasion, said he supports the solution. But he did not act on this during his past stint in power. Also, his right-wing allies are likely to block any move towards a separate Palestine. So, considering these factors, Netanyahu's return may mean stability for Israel, but the rise of tensions in West Asia. West Asia Bureau, WION World is One.